Here we have the September Tackle Club Saltwater Estuary Box. Let's see what sort of a mix we have this month. Alright, 2 different soft plastics and 3 hard bodies. I'm going to start off with the soft plastics. From ZMan, the 10 times Tough Elastic Krustees. I have the Mo Oil colour, which is one of my favourites. Something like this is going to be absolutely phenomenal for your brim fishing or even your whiting as well. Chuck on a super light jig head, like I mean the lightest you can cast, and just get the slow sink of this thing going down. With the little curly nippers that it has on the front, it's going to create a lot of vibration on that drop. Pause when it hits the bottom, and a lot of the time the brim will just come and start picking at this on the pause and you'll hook up heaps. Now if you're not fishing near structure like pontoons or rocks or whatever like that, and you've got maybe the tides come up and you've got some flats, tides running out and those flats are still there, you can start targeting where that water's running off to. Or if it's just after the tides come up, then you've got the flats and you've got all these brim and whiting that come up onto these areas looking for food. This is where you can start peppering out casts to really find these fish. But if you need to go bigger, say you're chasing some flathead, for example, and you got that runoff water, this is a perfect place to start chucking like a bigger style soft plastic here. So we have the original Knock and Tail Lures soft plastic here, which is a paddle tail. And it's actually a, may not be able to hear that from there, but these soft plastics actually have a rattle built into them, which is fantastic. Most soft plastics are generally silent. So to have a rattle in your soft plastic to sort of help the flathead and the fish zone into these plastics can really be a game changer. But something like this, like I said, cast into where that water's flowing out, because a lot of the time these big flatties will sit there and just feed on all the little bait fish getting pushed off these flats. Over to the hard bodies now. So the surface one here, we have the Fishcraft Snoop Dogg, which is like a little pencil style, walk the dog style surface lure. A lot of fun using these for whiting. Can catch brim and other species as well with them, but my favourite use of these is chasing whiting. I find myself often going to the sunny coast or the Gold Coast, and I'll look for these flats that I was mentioning earlier, and you get a lot of these whiting coming up, chasing all the little prawns and stuff, and something like this, just flicking along the top, is absolutely perfect. Now, you don't want to fish this like a normal surface lure like you do for bass, where you add in heaps of pauses and stuff. As soon as you see one fish come after it, keep winding, don't pause, because this thing, it'll just cause the whiting to start chasing it more, and then other whiting will actually start coming for it in that fight over it, which is quite a spectacle to see. A lot of fun to fish with these over the flats and get surface whiting. If you need to go a bit deeper though, then we have here the Striker 90 from Dimiki. Something like this is going to be a great option if you just want to go for like an afternoon trawl along some of these drop-offs, pick up some flatties to take home to put on your plate, or even some mangrove jack. If you've got jacks in your estuaries, going to be a great lure for that. Twitch these down next to some pontoons or next to some rock walls, or even fish these just on the cast and retrieve for some flatties as well. Big brim, won't say no either. I've caught brim on ridiculously big lures. This is no huge lure, not my first pick for brim, but obviously fishing the estuary, the beautiful side to that is you don't know what you're going to get. For me, I'd be looking at targeting flathead, trawling along these drop-offs, or even just twitching it, working it down these drop-offs is another great way to use that. But if you still need to go deeper yet again, then the last one from the box here is the Berkeley Shimmer fork. So it is a soft plastic vibe style lure, or a lipless crank, some people call them. Soft plastic one, so 2 trebles hanging underneath, single toe point on the top, fork tail on the back. So just tie it, it's going to vibe. Cast it out, let it sink, hop, hop, let it sink, hop, hop, keep doing that, pick up some flatties. Or you can even, maybe if you're chasing jewies, go out with your sounder, find where some of these big sinkholes are, where these holes may be, where the tide is taking out some sand. A lot of your jewies and stuff will actually feed in around these holes, so you can just drop it straight down and just fish it vertically off the bottom is a great way to pick up some of these fish too. And that's it for the saltwater estuary box this month. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.